And it is Wednesday, everybody. Once again, time for On the Perf podcast. Adam and Adam coming at you from the condo down in St. George. We are at PCSL Two Gun Nationals, but this is not that episode. That episode already aired because it's day one, and we shot the morning squad, and we have a bit of time to kill. So we're going to bag a few for you guys and hopefully get ourselves a little bit ahead. So when life happens as it does, we will have these ready to go. Mr. Maxwell, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, buddy. And, you know, as it is this time of year, we are playing with a new toy.
Ooh.
We have our new at Briley Manufacturing mics.
Indeed. So hopefully this sounds way, way better than it normally does. And if it doesn't, then it's my fault. I will take all of the blame because I have set these things up and played around with them a little bit. I think I have it done right, but there is a chance that I have catastrophically messed this up. So
You are the audio talent between the two of us.
Yeah, I'm definitely staring at a lot of things and I'm like, what does this button do? So hopefully we have set this up correctly. We will see, but yeah, huge shout out to Bradley Manufacturing. We no longer have Maxwell sounding like a mouse way off in the background, or all the other weird things. We are in the same location, and if I did this right, there is not going to be an echo in each other's mics. That'll be nice. I'm really looking forward to that part.
Technologia.
Yeah, those episodes were really terrible to edit, and even after all the work, they still kind of sounded pretty terrible. But, as always, in addition to Bradley Manufacturing, we are brought to you by Atlas Gunworks. Mr. Maxwell, do you have any Atlas for us today, buddy?
Atlas Gunworks, get you one.
That's right.
This is the time of year. Again, another fun game we like to play. I asked them if this was the time of year we wanted to prompt people to send their guns in, and they unequivocally said, no, please, no, don't do that. But you got to watch out for you, okay? And so one of the things I really like about Atlas Gunworks is they are full service. So with the amount of rounds a lot of us are putting through the guns, it's like your car. It should go in for service periodically, so they can change springs. If you're not into that yourself, they can check extractor tension. They can check recoil or locking lugs, barrel links, things of this nature. Because as we've established on the show, guns are consumable.
Yes, they are.
So it is good to send them back to the mothership periodically. They have a service on the website. You can just go do that. And I would recommend doing that. If you put down a serious number of rounds through one gun, I would recommend that you do that at an interval that makes sense. I have one gun that I shoot a lot. It goes back almost every year. I have other guns that haven't been back in a while or haven't ever been back just because they don't see the volume of rounds. But send your gun back. If you have an Atlas gun, go ahead and send it back periodically and let them inspect and refurbish it.
What would you say is the amount of rounds that you would put on a gun where you're like, this should probably get looked at?
I started to think about it at like 5,000 or 10,000. Before 5,000, you're really wasting your time.
Yeah.
But if you're the kind of person who is going to put down 5,000 rounds on a regular basis, about 5,000 rounds. If I don't put 5,000 rounds through it, I don't even think about sending it in. So it's guns that have more than that, probably, or stuff that gets used and dry fired a lot.
Yeah, I should be sending in my guns way more than I do because
I don't think they have to go back more than once a year. But if you look at the span of your season,
yep.
If you're a 5,000 to 10,000 round a year or more guy or gal, it should be on your radar, like a lull in your season.
I'm kind of on a different plan than you because I don't shoot as many rounds as you, but I shoot them all on the same gun. So this round currently I'm at 26,000 rounds of pistol ammo. And so, a bunch of that was shot on several different guns, but going into next season, because this season I was shooting all the Loner Atlases, trying to figure out which one I wanted before I settled on the Apollo. But going into next season, that whole 26,000 will be on one gun.
Yeah, if you're putting that kind of ammo on one gun, well, first, at some point we're probably talking about having a backup gun. But yeah, that's
working on it.
that's a lot of rounds through one.
Mark, send me a text. I'm working on it.
Yeah. And like also too, like what are the stakes? Like, you know, if you're just shooting locally, probably not that big of a deal, but like a lot of the rounds the guns that I either use them at major matches or in front of customers while I'm teaching or students while I'm teaching. So like doing a demo is a horrible time to have an issue. And invariably, if you're going to have an issue, it's going to happen while you're doing a demo or you're at a match, basically. So, but periodic refurbishment, I think that is the Atlas of the day.
Solid. That's a good one. Yeah. I feel like it's time for the more you know rainbow. We need with all this new audio stuff, we need
we definitely need drops.
What do you call that? There's like a
drop board or something like that. It's got the buttons on it.
Yeah, there's another name for that though.
Oh yeah, there absolutely is.
The cool kid name. Anyways, whatever the cool kid name for that thing is, audio board or I don't know. Anyways, we need to get one of those. If somebody wants to get us a nice Christmas gift, hook us up.
Speaking of which,
well, we're not there yet, homie. We still need to Gary. You're back to your old ways, forgetting the Gary like you always do.
I thought you were just nailing that segue, but no.
I'm super disappointed because I had to segue and then I had to unsegue myself into a Gary, but whatever. We'll get over it. I have ourselves a Gary from about an hour ago. The Gary of the day, boys and girls, is crowding out the next squad when you show up to your stage. So if you show up to a stage and the squad in front of you hasn't finished shooting yet, and you walk up and you put your rifle on the bench where that squad's rifles are, and you put your bag on the bench where that squad's bags are, and you're pushing things out of the way, and you're basically not letting that squad do what they need to do to finish shooting that stage and get out of your way.
There's a place that people naturally want to be on the stage. It's the place that you want to go. And it's the place that they're still occupying.
Yes.
If there's shade, that's where it is. If there's a table or a flat spot, that's where it is.
Yep.
Yeah, give it a minute.
Yeah. Let them clear out, then go get your spot. If you don't do those things, then you, my friend, are the Gary of the day. And please stop it. Our topic for the day, because it's kind of getting to be about that time of year. And honestly, we're just running through a couple of ideas. We have a lot of podcast ideas here, but there's a few that you can only do at certain times. And a few people have asked, so we're going to answer Christmas gift ideas. So if you have, if you're listening to this show, you got somebody else who is into not even necessarily shooting sports, just shooting in general. I would say there's some good and bad gun ideas out there.
Dare I speculate a lot of us are probably hard to shop for?
I'm not hard to shop for.
Well,
all the 9mm you can get into the truck.
Well, and see, that's the thing, because like I would say I'm not hard to shop for either, because it's either been shooting stuff or motocross stuff or snow. Like I don't have nearly as many hobbies as Risers had throughout the years. So like I'm easy, man. But I also, and maybe it's a little bit my family too, but like no one's ever bought me like real legit gun stuff. Really. I mean, I put it on, like we make our lists or whatnot, but like a lot of times, like some of this stuff is so niche or specific, or they're worried that it's niche or specific, that like people are afraid to buy it too. So there's what you want.
Yeah.
And then there's what people are willing to buy.
And that, I think this is true for pretty much all sports. Like the more you get into those weird little idiosyncrasies of like small portions of the sport, like if you start big, you're like mags that fit your gun, like things like that,
right, yeah,
are kind of universal. But you're like, I'm gonna buy somebody an optic. Well, optics are a real personal choice, and you don't want to like, check out this $3,000 thing I got you that's not appropriate for anything that you do.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you got to take the temperature of the room too on what people are willing to buy for you.
Yeah. It's so let's start with. I mean, the obvious thing for me pretty much always is ammo. Like ammo is always the right answer. You are always going to need more ammo. If you reload, you're always going to need more primers. You're always going to need more powder. You're always going to need more bullets. Ammo, just any ammo in the caliber of the gun that the person is shooting is always a good gift because it will get shot. I would say, like, you know, you don't need to go crazy with some plus P defensive, just like the cheapest thing that will go bang that's from a reputable manufacturer that they can just take out to the range and use to shoot with. That is the obvious, easy answer, and it's hilarious if you use it as stocking stuffer because then the stocking weighs like 6 pounds. So I highly recommend that move.
So our family, my mom is big on guessing what your presents are. She always, before you open it, you have to guess. And so there was a time where my brother and I have a brother, a younger brother. My brother and I got super good at guessing our presents. Like, we nailed them all that year. We didn't cheat. If you go out there and you cheat, or you did, like, shame on you. Shame on you. Yeah. We didn't cheat. We just, like, looked at the box, shook it a little bit, nailed it. And that was the year that DRDs were born in our family.
What are DRDs?
Deceptive rattle devices.
Oh, God.
So
you're that crew, huh?
Yeah, we are that crew.
Packing a bunch of bricks with your T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. It started out, my mom wanted to buy my dad a shirt, like a button-down shirt, and he wanted a chainsaw. So she stuffed a box full of soda cans, full ones, like full Coca-Cola can, like a whole 24-pack in there, trying to make it like a chainsaw. And so ammo, at face value, something consumable, sometimes people are like, oh, well, I want something a little bit more heartfelt than that. But it's like, hey, if you need something with some weight, you need something that makes a little noise, want to like include it, you know, with a little something else, you're going to give them some underwear, but you also want like a little cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
Ammo's a good deceptive rattle device.
Yeah, that's
and along those same lines, anyone who's a hand loader's always like a good piece of brass. And also, I would say bullets also, like the actual bullets, those are pretty safe to buy. I feel like people who aren't shooters get nervous about buying powder and primers and whatnot, but like if they shoot USPSA and it's a 9mm bullets are pretty easy.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And honestly, like anybody in our world, like 9mm bullets is the answer. Just like all the 9mm you can get.
Even if you buy the wrong ones, they'll use them up.
Yep, for sure. I would say I think one thing to look at is like essentially consumables in general. Like if a person wears out a thing, that is usually a pretty good place to start. I would say if somebody has an absolutely trashed range bag, that's a safe place to go because you can actually just buy the same bag. Like usually people land on a bag through like trial and error, and I think I've had like 6 or 7 over the years, and I'm like, oh, I got this other one because it has this feature, and then you end up like locked in on one that you really like, and then you just like, this is the one, and you just run it for a few years and it dies, and you buy a new one, you run it for like, just preempt that when you're like, oh, this, I can see that their bag is totally trash. I've seen them walking out the door with that, like, yeah, hook that thing up.
I have successfully gotten range bags for Christmas. Those are, I feel like, a little bit safer, or people feel like they're a little bit safer. And then the other thing too, I think not to go overlooked, is that when they already have a range bag, they want more. I have ready packed, like in a rotation. I have 3 range bags, right? I have a 3-gun range bag. I have a pistol range bag. And then I have a practice range bag, and they're kind of primed with the things that I need in those activities. So from the outside looking in, they're like, oh, well, he's going shooting. But when I'm going shooting, I have like 4 or 5 different types of shooting that I could go do. And so, you know, I have different bags that are staged with tools or not tools, or one that has a good place to put brass if I'm shooting larger caliber pistols and I want to pick up brass, or ones have paster guns staged in them, things like that. So you can't underestimate
paster gun would be a good gift.
Yeah, that was going to be one of mine too. Is a paster gun.
Cruise right over it.
So the a paster gun, the thing that holds the roll or a roll of the stickers and dispenses them to the target. The one, who makes the traditional one?
Is it
Takayaka
Homo?
No, it's It's sold by Double Alpha, but it's some
Okay.
Chinese company.
Oh yeah, you can find that thing on
Hoshimo.
yeah, something like that. Like I somebody sent me the link to it on Amazon as like a
They
label
do
sticker
they
thing.
do go on sale periodically. If you can snag one of those things for like $30-$40, that's a really good deal. Or the other ones to get, like our friend Jason Wood over at
Targets USA.
Targets USA. It's not as fast to paste, but it holds a whole roll and it's much smaller. So it's the kind of thing that you can like clip on your belt like a tape measure, or it's a lot more packable. Probably what I like about them now is like when we're traveling to major matches, I want to have a paster gun, but at the same time, they're kind of atrocious to pack around and they're kind of fragile, so it kind of makes me nervous.
I've stopped bringing mine to matches.
Yeah,
I just bring the Targets USA.
So the
ones.
little Targets USA ones, they're 3D printed, but they kind of like do the job, and they keep it organized for you during the match, so you're kind of always packing some heat in the paster department. But it also helps you kind of like distribute them more. Like you stick over the course of a match, you stick a lot of stickers on the cardboard. So like having something that helps you do that is much appreciated. So paster gun, super safe idea,
Yep.
and a good value.
Indeed. I'm cheating a bit because I'm actually just going through my packing list right now and being like, ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Well, the other thing I really think is important is it's definitely a trinkets and parts kind of hobby. So anything like organizational wise, like even like the little tackle boxes.
Oh, dude, just some packing cubes or something. Yeah.
Well, packing cubes, yeah. Which, since we're on packing cubes, the ones that I travel to shoot a lot, both for matches and for teaching. The ones I really like are made by Vertex, not to be confused with Vortex. Vertex, Vertx. They have some VTAC ones, some Kyle Lamb Viking Tactics ones that are a lot more durable material than like my chick lets me use her packing cubes sometimes, and they're like very thin vinyl.
Yeah, like,
you
I'm
know,
going to destroy these.
Yeah. Well, they're the kind of things that chicks would use, right? No, like we have lots of sharps, we have lots of heavies, we have lots of abrasive. These are a lot tougher, and they're stackable and help me keep organized. So I have a lot of the VTAC packing cubes from Vertex.
Nice.
But then also I like just like the little clear tackle boxes, like from the sporting goods store, just for like little parts, like choke tubes. Choke tubes fit perfectly in those little tackle box things, or as you like have spare parts, or you have whatever trinkets you bring with you. But like it's a lot of little small parts and pieces, and anything in the organization department is a really good idea as well.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things that I just had a conversation about this on the range today, actually, hat camera. If you got a person who is film all the stuff and post it up on Instagram type deal, the hat cameras have come a long ways. I used to never even consider running a hat cam, and I started doing it for NRL hunter matches because they're blind stages and it's just you and your buddy and you're like doing stuff there, so there's no time to film, and then you just get done with the day and you're like trying to remember the stages and trying to remember what you said and what you did and what your holds were. So mostly I just wanted like an audio version of the match so we could hear the talking to each other and know what we dialed and everything else. And then I started using it at matches and I was like, oh, this is actually like really cool video. Like it's not as good for like looking at it and seeing your mistakes and stuff like that because you just have the first person point of view, but it's like way more compelling video. So a lot of people are starting to run the hat cameras, and the Insta360 is the one that pretty much everybody has landed on because it's
that's
small,
the little
one
that like clips on the bill of
your
your...
clips on the bill of the hat. It's pretty light. It's what I'm running. A couple other people in the squad. But if you're gonna hook one up, get the Go 2, which is actually the discontinued version because it's smaller, it's lighter, and the case protects the lens. So they have like a newer version where you can leave it in the case and then use it like a GoPro, and there's a screen on the back, and it's fancier in all the ways. But for what we need, the Go 2 is actually the better one.
Did Oakley just come out with one too that's like in the sunglasses?
I have no idea, but I rock prescription glasses, so that would be a problem.
Well, like shout out Keith Garcia, but I was shooting with Keith Garcia at Area 2, and I feel like he had the integrated camera glasses, and I want to say they were Oakley, but those things were pretty slick too because they were legit sunglasses.
Yep.
And then like he didn't really have anything to mess with, and you didn't have to. The biggest thing like with handing your phone off to other people or other people filming you and trading it around is it's kind of a lame angle usually.
Yep.
And then passing back and forth, like it's a lot of it's a hard life on a phone, and then it gets a lot of contaminants on it too. Lead, dirt,
Yep.
mud, water. If
I
you
have had people leave at the end of the day with my phone.
Oh yeah.
Be like, where in the? Oh no.
Yeah. Here's a little blast from the past for you. I used to wear a lot of hat cam or do a lot of hat cam stuff too. The last time I wore a hat cam, it was a GoPro Hero 3.
Nice.
Still got it.
Awesome.
I don't know if it works anymore with any of the computers, but oh man, that thing was hot shit when I bought it. It was the black edition. I was like, oh my gosh.
The black edition.
Also looked like a Teletubby running around with that thing on your head.
Yeah. That's the nice thing. Those little like Insta360s are like, I don't notice it when I'm shooting. I tried to do the old like drill a hole in the bill of my hat and put a GoPro mount on it and have like one that
yeah.
And I did that, put it on there, and literally like dry fired for 10 seconds and was like, nope, absolutely not. This is no. If a camera that I'm gonna wear, if I'm even remotely gonna notice it when I'm shooting, it's out. Like I don't want to even remotely have that be like in my head while I'm shooting.
I'll say, I don't know about you. I video for primarily 3 reasons. One is arbitration. That sport has escalated to the point where, like video is admissible. So it can save your bacon sometimes if your buddy or you have the right angle to see the thing.
It has saved me twice this year already.
Yes. 2 would be my chick. Because, both of our chicks, they don't come and watch us at matches very often, but she really likes when I send her the video. I don't know if she watches them, but she seems to appreciate when I send the videos so she can see what we're doing. Those are the 2 primary reasons.
My wife does not care.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And then the third one would be me someday when I'm old. Yeah. Hey, look at this cool shit we used to do. Sending it to loved ones and arbitration are the 2 bigger reasons that I rarely watch my own video.
Yeah.
Anymore from matches. I probably should more, but by the time it's done, by the time the match is over, I'm kind of over it. So
fair enough. I'm the opposite. I probably watch my whole match like at least 5 times post match just to look for like things that I'm doing wrong that I didn't notice in the moment.
I kind of wish I was more like that, but
no, you
I don't
don't.
know. I've watched.
No, you don't.
I've watched so much.
Your way sounds way better.
So much third-person video of people shooting action shooting stages of just like I'm gonna watch World War II documentaries or something when I'm done.
Fair enough. Awesome. What do you got for us?
Tools.
Oh God, yeah.
Packable small tools. And if you don't know what they need, just go over to Real Avid and buy something that grabs your eye. They probably need it.
Yep.
But it's hard. You can't, unless Riser can roll to your match with the Raptor and he has all his things in it. Like it's really hard to have real tools. You kind of need some special tools, so like bit drivers, screwdrivers, Torx bits, flatheads, things like that. But you would be amazed that when you need one, how rare they are. So it's kind of one of those things. They're like ear protection. I kind of have toolkits like concealed all over the place in all my range bags. That's one of the things that's in the range bags.
Yep.
But little tools, and Real Avid is really cool about making specialized ones where like they have pistol tools, they have rifle tools, they have shotgun tools. They have some that are kind of like multi-tools, like Swiss Army knife kind of things. Do people even know what a Swiss Army knife is anymore? They probably know what a Leatherman is.
Yeah, I think they do.
Specialized Leatherman type tools. Tools are, you don't appreciate them until you need them. And when you don't have one, man, you really wish one was around.
Yeah, I've definitely used rocks as hammers and screwdrivers for things they're not designed for, and all the like. Yeah, when you fly to a match and you just need that one thing that you never ever need, like at the last Texas match, I needed a castle nut tool, and I didn't have one, and nobody around had one, and it like turned into a whole thing for this tool that like, you know, there it is over the workbench, and it's always there, but I didn't have it with me, so yeah, not having the right tool is really a bummer. Back to like consumables, if your person does practice on a regular schedule at all, man, paper targets, dude. Like there's no such thing as too many paper targets in the garage.
What's the going rate on an official PCSL or USPSA cardboard target?
I think they're $1 now. I feel like they used to be 50 cents and then they like jumped the shark, and instead of like going up a little bit, they're just like $1 a piece.
Yeah.
So I think like 100 targets is $100.
Yeah. And basically a target can be a whole practice session, but it's kind of a currency we trade in. I'm very fortunate that I have access. There's a used but not worn out pile at Vortex of targets, and that's pretty. I think I'm the only one that really pulls off that pile very much. But like, yeah, I rehome a bunch of them. But if you don't have that source, yeah, the actual targets. Or now there's also a thing too. They're fairly expensive, but they're starting to do infinity targets or target self-healing targets. They're made out of like ballistic rubber. So essentially it's a USPSA target, but you can shoot through it like thousands of times before it falls apart. And essentially they paint over it with spray paint. So you paint it white or you paint it whatever color you want to make it. And so you can see the bullet holes because the paint falls off. But infinity targets are good. Steel targets are good. Steel targets tend to be expensive, but they last forever.
Yep.
But yeah, targets would be good. Even
target stands.
Target stands, yes.
A nice, easily portable, easy to set up target stand is worth its weight in gold. Like so many of us rocked the go to the hardware store and cut up some 2x4s and make yourself, like, those things are such a pain in the ass to use. And this year I got some Targets USA ones. I don't remember which model it is, but go to my YouTube channel and look there. I did a little thing on them, but they fold super flat, and then when you put the sticks in them, they have little screws, like little eye bolt type screws that you can just like tighten down, so they hold the sticks in the stands. Mm-hmm. So you can actually just rig them all up at home and leave them there, and then they pack totally flat. And then when you get to the range, you just drop in the crossbars and put a little cotter pin through it. And then because the sticks stay in the stands, you can also like carry a bunch of them at the same time. Because a lot of them, you sort of have to like pick up the stand and the sticks at the same time. So you can only move like one target at a time.
Yep.
And so these, like, yeah, they're just fantastic for just like, move around the targets really quick. And it's, it's like huge time saver at the range. Because you want your range sessions to be like fast and efficient.
Or even a pack of like shoot and see sight-in targets. I bet you could sell a shoot and see target on walkthrough day of a match for like $20.
Oh, dude, yeah. I use them for zeroing at home. I always travel to matches with them. Like, just be able to walk down there and stick that thing on there and zero really quick. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the zeroing bay is usually crowded and everything is shot to shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have one of those like in your bag or whatever, and you can just walk down, slap down a clean one, shoot it a couple times to confirm, those actually are worth their weight in gold.
Oh yeah,
on walkthrough day.
Oh, 100%. And don't buy the off-brand cheap ones. Get the actual shoot and see brand shoot and sees. They're a little bit more expensive, but the actual holes that they make, like, they don't splatter as much. Like, we're trying to shoot reasonably small groups in this thing. We're not, Bob at the range with his new 45. Like, we need to understand where the holes actually are. And then the other ones, whatever the outer coating is that sort of like chips off to reveal the bright stuff underneath, that stuff wears away really easily. So even just the abrasion of being in your bag against other stuff, it'll be so peppered with marks that you can't see where your actual holes are. So I did one batch where I ordered the off-brand And I didn't even make it through the entire batch. I just threw them away and then went and bought some real ones.
I feel like the adhesive is better on the Birchwood Casey ones too.
Oh, for sure.
Birchwood Casey is the brand that
Yeah.
does Shoot and See.
Yeah.
The actual like sticking it onto things there is stickier.
Yep.
The other consumable thing, D-lead wipes.
Oh, yes.
So, OSHA is a thing. So, products around decontamination of heavy metals, in our case, lead and others, is a thing. There are specialized wet wipes for heavy metals. And the most prevalent brand that I know of is called D, the letter D, Delta dash lead. And they actually make wipes that come in like, you would swear they're kid wet wipies, but they're actually targeted towards heavy metal. There's also specialty soaps, so hand soaps or laundry detergent. If you shoot a lot, decontaminating those kind of things should be on your radar. So those are a really good consumable and a really thoughtful consumable to get as well.
Yep. That says to your friend, I don't want you to die of lead poisoning.
And I want you to remember my name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. We're almost over this cold. Only a couple more episodes. I won't be coughing anymore. Man, let's go back to the other end a bit. Rangefinder. If your person is like, hey man, does that look like 100 yards to you? Make a mental note.
Absolutely, rangefinder.
Yeah.
Vortex sells rangefinders anywhere from $150 to $1,500.
Yeah, kind of around the gambit.
The cheap ones are probably okay for what we're trying to do in the shooting sports. So they don't need anything particularly fancy, unless what makes them really expensive. So as you're going up and down the price ranges, they're basically rated in the distance, the line of sight distance that they'll get a read off of. So like a Diamondback 2000, it is supposed to be able to ping something, a highly reflective surface at 2,000 yards and get a reading, that's one of the cheaper ones we make, and it is by far more powerful than anything anyone would need. But as they go up in rating, essentially they're increasing sensitivity, and they're also processing faster. So the ping time between when you push the button and when it reads out a time is getting shorter. And it just so happens that the thing that does that also makes it work even further and further away. So nobody's actually lasing anything at 5,000 yards, even though they did go up on the hill in Blue Mounds and they did shoot it at like a water tower in the next town over. So it does actually go that far. But you don't really need elaborate rangefinders until you either are getting better glass quality, so like the image quality while they're looking through the viewfinder, or if you're getting into ballistic solvers, like Raj was talking about NRL Hunter, PRS, sniper matches, anything long range where they also want this thing to calculate long range holds, those rangefinders start to cost more.
Yep. I would say the one reasonably necessary mandatory feature is an angle compensator. Like,
and all of ours have that.
Do they all have that?
They all
Okay,
have that.
sweet. Yeah.
The one that I carry around, I use it for shotgun targets more than anything, determining choke size. Well, that's not true, because long range stages. So 50-50 long range stages and choke tube selection.
Solid. Did you ever do the step off to the targets, or did you just range them all the time? Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
I don't even have ranges on my choke card. It's just Adam steps.
Oh, no, mine's in actual yardages.
Okay. Well, that'd be handy for IPSC stuff since you can't actually walk onto the stage.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep. I have been thinking about going the other way, though, because sometimes you have like the jungle run stage and you're like, oh, that's the target I'm choking for. You're like, I don't want to walk all those trees right now.
Well, yeah, and you can't like accurately pace to it either.
Yeah, you got to like walk around stuff and step over things. And yep, 100%. Back towards the bottom, a neck towel. Have you ever used one of those neck towels that you like soak in water and wrap around your neck for hot shooting?
Oh, yeah, actually.
Those things are so sweet.
I was at a training class a tactical class, and I used a Schmog for the first time.
Ooh.
I had a Schmog phase for a while. The reason I started using it was because we were doing a bunch of shooting, and then I had to sling and extract a down operator. That was the drill. And so I threw my carbine over my back, and it had a hot suppressor. So I burned my neck with a suppressor.
Oh, shit, dude. That's so gnarly.
So they were like, here, wrap that with this Schmog
Oh,
so
man.
it doesn't get sunburned. But yeah.
That is the most tactical use of a Schmog I've ever heard.
Yeah. It would not recommend. 10 out of 10 would not recommend.
Yeah, it sounds like 0 out of 10 to me, but yeah.
But yeah, I really like those neck towels too, up for necks, but also for magazines, because sometimes mag brushes, that's probably another one, magazine brushes.
Oh, dude, mag brush, yeah. 100%.
But like sometimes mag brushes, I don't think they pack particularly well if you're going to fly.
Yeah.
So those neck towel type things, my magazine cleaning procedure is stuff the neck towel through the magazine and pull it out the other end.
Solid.
So I use them a lot for that. But yeah, those are handy to have. I have one. There's one within arm's reach of me right now.
Nice. Yep, very handy. You got one, or you want me to go again?
Hearing protection.
Oh, yes.
Really good hearing protection or disposable hearing protection. I kind of have both. Like I kind of have foamies stashed in all kinds of corners of my life. But also like really
the Surefire, like kind of
those two
passive active ears, like those are never a bad idea.
Yeah. So I have the foamies that, we get for free, or you find them around, or they're super cheap. I pay money for the Surefires. The Surefires they're about $30, I think, and it has a diaphragm in it, so it's kind of passive.
Yeah, I just bought 2 sets of them, so they're about $30.
Yeah, so I really like those. I have those squirreled around most places. If I'm wearing 2 layers of hearing protection, that's the inner layer. And then as you go out, you get into various types of electronic hearing protection. And sky's the limit. But electronic hearing protection allows you to hear normally, and then it cuts out the sounds of gunfire, the sounds that are dangerous to your ears. Most of us who are around the shooting sports probably have some form of those. They come in various price ranges. Honestly, I'm more in the camp of I buy the $60 ones and use them until they don't work anymore, and then I buy another $60 pair of them. But you can go up even higher than that. They start to have different configurations of headbands, so they're more comfortable, or the ear cups are made out of different materials, like the gel pads. Gel pads are by far more comfortable, and they seal better, especially around glasses. So various types of hearing protection, and then hearing protection also now at Bluetooths, so you can like listen to music or podcasts or whatever while you're shooting. Either you're waiting your turn, or if you're like training by yourself or something. Truth be told, a lot of times I listen to like the motivational sports like montages of like Jocko and whoever, like no one's gonna lift the weights for you. Like that's
Who's
my
gonna carry the boats?
Yeah, that's my train. That's what I listen to while I'm training.
That's hilarious. That
Don't judge me.
Can you be shocked and completely unsurprised at the same time?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Nothing about that surprises me, but also kind of surprises me. Oh man. Yeah. Other if you are in a cold environment, my wife and I started rocking the electric hand warmers a couple years ago because we're ice climbers, so hand warmers are kind of handy for that. Man, those little like USB chargeable electric hand warmers are game changer for doing anything in cold environments.
My in-laws, God bless, they are house cats, so they're not really big on the outside when it's below 70 degrees. Last year for Christmas, they gave us, me and my chick, they gave us the electronic heated vests.
Ooh.
It's like a puffy vest, but it's got a battery in it. And when I first opened it up, I was like, thanks. This is gay. But full cycle of summer later, I was doing something outside and I didn't have it with me. I was like, man, and the Vortex range is actually really close to my house, or one of our ranges is really close to my house. I'm like, 2 miles away from here, there's an electronic vest. I could be warm right now instead of freezing my butt off. So those are actually pretty cool. And if you don't turn them all the way up to max, they do actually kind of last a long time. And if nothing else, over like just dressing warm, like it kind of is injecting a little bit of heat into your system. So it's not just your body heat. It's similar to like the hand warmer stuff. Like it's putting a little bit more heat into the insulated environment.
Yep.
So they're actually kind of legit.
Nice. Yeah. On that same page, I'd say something along the lines for the summertime sun hoodies.
Oh my gosh.
Like
sun hoodies.
I had a friend that was like early adopter of sun hoodies, like way before it was cool. And I was like, what, you're wearing long sleeves in the heat? And he tried to explain it to me, and I wasn't hearing it. And then finally I got one like years later, and I was like, how did I ever not have this before? Like now I don't freaking do anything without a sun hoodie. Like it's so nice.
It may be the second or third largest category of laundry or garments in my closet.
Yeah.
Like I was a late adopter, but I am like a full believer because I hate sunscreen too. Like I don't.
Oh yeah,
like it.
Yeah, you just get gross.
Yeah, so because everything in the range environment, everything sticks to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
Definitely
sun hoodies,
sunscreen, and a bunch of Parma powder.
Yeah, and once Vortex really started doing them, I feel like a lot of other gun brands latched onto it. So the Sun Slayers, I want to say, are like some of the originals. I think it actually originated in fishing or something like that. But I see a lot of our allied brands coming out with sun shirts now. And solid idea.
Yeah.
Solid idea.
Yeah. You cannot go wrong with the sun hoodie. Definitely not.
PCSL is kind of crushing the sun hoodie game right now. You can go over to PCSL. Is it .com?
I don't know. I'll find
out. Practical Competition Shooting League. There's other things acronymed PCSL. Go grab one of those things, man. They're good.
PCSL League. PCS League. Because the L is both, apparently. So, pcsleague.us.
Yeah.
Come on, Max. I'm sure that was impossible to buy.
Yeah. Or vortexoptics.com, Sunslayer.
Yep.
If you see a color you like, buy a few because it won't be there for long.
Can you tell your boys to make a slightly lighter camo version? Because I wear the camo for elk hunting, but the environment I hunt in isn't quite that dark.
They don't listen to me.
Oh, okay. Well...
If I told them that, then you would probably be guaranteed not to get that.
Okay, well then tell them to stop making the camo one altogether, and maybe we'll get 2 camo patterns.
Unless you're listening, guys, in which case I love you. They don't listen though.
Nice. Mag extensions, like some good old +5 rifle mag extensions. Can't mess that up.
Yeah. Yeah, I really.
Everybody wants a couple more.
Hell yeah. Magazine extensions are really good. TTI they're probably the most prevalent, and Terran Tactical Innovations, and they kind of started. I don't know if they started it, but they definitely made it cool.
Yep. I think they were the first ones to have like a pin that you just move instead of like unscrewing a bunch of parts to take it off.
Yeah. Now you have Henning and MBX. And I'm so sorry, Jay Christensen. I forgot the name of the ones that you import. But yeah, there's quite a few brands out there now. They're pretty cool, and they both are functional in that they add capacity. They, generally speaking, make your magazine easier to take apart to clean it, which is a thing because we drop them in the dirt all the time.
Yep.
And then it's also a fun way to add color to your stuff.
Yep. Or you can be boring like me and just get
it black. You can be boring, or you can add color. But this is where, like, if your chick likes pink or purple or whatever, that's a good way to put some pink and purple in your life. Orange, obviously all the flat dark earth colors, like, and I had thought and it was gone. Oh, it's also a good way. A lot of times people like pick outrageous colors because nobody else would pick that color, so they know theirs are.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to just be able to like glance across the range and be like, oh, that mag laying in the dirt over there is mine.
Yeah, exactly. Because a shiny stainless Atlas mag with a black base pad, like,
yeah,
That could be a lot of
That
people.
could be a lot of people. Yeah, exactly. One of the many reasons that I put a paster on the bottom of my mags and number all of them. One, to be able to sort them out, and two, there is a paster with a number, and it's like, I don't know, a little bit unique. Like some people do different stuff.
Right.
And at least I can like tell what my threes look like. So if it comes to that, I can figure it out.
Shoes,
Oh,
gamer shoes.
shoes are super consumable.
Yeah. So a lot of times, what's really popular right now in a lot of places is like trail running shoes. The most prevalent one would be the Salomon Speed Cross. It's a unique tread that kind of gives you works for our sport and our environment. They're not heavy like boots, so they're good from that standpoint. And the really good ones are made out of a really soft rubber, so they wear out really fast. It's kind of like in tires. You can have high performance or you can have long life, but it's a sliding scale one way or the other. The more you have of one, the less you get of the other. So generally speaking, like I go through a pair of Solomon's or equivalent shoes a season, or maybe even a little bit faster.
Yep.
And then when the tread is all worn off the bottom, they're kind of like drag racing slicks. They're like sticky on the bottom. So then they're my indoor shoes until I blow them out the side with my toes.
Solid. Yeah, another lower leg thing, knee pads.
Oh my gosh, you only get one set of knees. There's two kinds of people. There's either people who have knee injuries,
Yeah.
and so you need knee pads, or you have good knees, protect them with knee pads so that you don't go into the other category. The longer you can stay in the not knee injury category, the better. So I used to like tough it out a little bit and be like, oh, just that little bit, but like it's all cumulative, baby.
Yeah, 100%. And also if you like drop down and just rack yourself, like just making little micro adjustments on the clock and not having to care where your knees land, like that is an actual like time saving thing. I've tried a whole bunch of different options. I can't wear the cool guy pants with the built-in knee pads because I have a super short inseam. That's why I'm so short. I actually have like a very long torso relative to my height, but my legs are pretty short. Mm-hmm. So knees don't hit me at the knee place in any of my pants. So they're like upper shin pads. So I started after trying a bunch of different types. I landed on the Black Diamond telekinesis pads. So they're actually knee pads for tele skiing. So they stay in place very well, and they're super flexible because they're for people like, dropping a knee and getting some sick pow turns.
And,
yeah. And they're super light, like you don't know. And then they just pop on over the top of your pants, really easy to use. So,
well, and like with knee pads, impact, sure. But also, will there be a small pebble there?
Yep.
Or will there be a piece of brass?
Yep.
Because if you go down, if you're fully committed and you go down on one of those, I mean, you're having ACL surgery.
Also, knee pads save your pants because pants are expensive too, and it's kind of nice to.
Also, yes.
Yep. Also
in the category of Black Diamond, you're kind of triggering a memory here. Did you not say that some Black Diamond glove is really good for quad loading?
Yeah. The I can't remember what it's called, but it's the competition dry tool glove. I will find out. Go on to your next thing, and I'll find out about it.
Another thing, if you're looking for like a subscription, like the gift that keeps on giving, if your person dry fires in front of a TV, Dry Fire King, I think, is really cool. It's kind of a YouTube thing, or it's a Patreon subscription, but basically they're simulated stages with like movers and stuff and some drills in them, but it's a great way to practice things that aren't just static paper or steel targets. Like you can kind of work on timing of like shooting activators, shooting other targets, and then shooting a swinger or something like that. So I think a subscription to Dry Fire King is really cool. I used to do it a lot. The only reason I stopped is because most of the hotels I go to don't sync. They don't let me cast with my phone, so I wasn't using it as much as I was, or I thought I would. But if I dry fired at home more, I would do that faux show.
Yep. I mean, also just like a class, like Joe Farewell's Dry Fire Mastery series, things along those lines.
Yeah, Joe Farewell.
Great gifts.
Tom Castro. Who else has subscription-based stuff now?
I'm not sure. I haven't been paying a whole bunch of attention.
Yeah, but there's a few subscription based services and dry fire books like Drink Steve Anderson, Ben Stager. Lots of people have written good technical books on training. There's another Team Atlas guy that it's bothering me. I forget his name, but there's a few good training and mastery books out there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
With winning in mind, Larry Bassam.
Yeah, with winning in mind. If that's not on the shelf, buy that and give it to your person. I mean, for any sport, like if you have an athlete in the house who competes against other people, that book is a absolute must read. I think I've read it cover to cover 3 times now. Those gloves are called the Ice Joy Comp gloves, and they are the go-to gloves for quad loading a shotgun. They are quite awesome. Good luck getting yourself a pair. They seem to always be sold out.
That's how you know they're good.
That's how you know they're good, indeed. How about a Hunter Constantine carry belt?
Dude, #belt.
That'd be a solid gift.
Yeah. There's the version that is an inner belt for 2-piece competition belts. The new ones are better than the one that I have. It's evolved. Or just if your person is a concealed carry person, the Hunter Constantine belt is the one, and they're available in all kinds of fun colors.
Yep, indeed.
I have all the fun colors. I don't have all the colors. I have all the colors that I think are fun.
Oh, okay. I only have tan.
I do not have the magenta or whatever the pink one is.
Does it do like a leopard print or anything like that?
He probably has at some point, but
I'm sure
limited run.
I'm sure he's working on a cow print if he hasn't done it already.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that one's definitely happening. Let's see. Last couple little things. If that person just started out, Shot Timer.
Shot Timer, yep.
Fantastic piece of kit.
They don't have to be the fancy ones.
Nope, they do not.
Most people don't use most of the things that those do.
Dude, what do you think of the new blah, 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 blah Shot Timer? I'm like, I have the same Shot Timer I've been shooting for 12 years, and it makes a beep and it records my gunfire. My
favorite is the AMG Commander. That one is popular now because it does Bluetooth with tablets, so you'll see it around at matches. It's a good size. It does a lot of the functionality that I need, like different types of par times and things like that, without being complicated. There are a bunch of ones that came out after it that do way more, but it's so many button presses to do anything. I think the one specifically I'm thinking of that I really don't like, it's like 2 menus and 10 button presses to turn it off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't want any of that stuff.
But yeah, just a basic one. If anything,
I just have a packed timer.
Yeah,
they're like $110. It's like a very, very basic par timer, and it's timer, and it's totally fine.
All right, I'm looking at. I see a magazine. I see a magazine pouch holder. Those are.
Oh yes,
those are good.
Does anybody do a good rifle mag pouch holder?
Not aware of one.
Yeah, I have a couple pistol ones. I don't have a rifle one. I'm kind of like
those VTAC cubes that I was talking about. Mm-hmm. The medium flat will hold 12 AR-15 magazines perfectly, and I believe the small flat will hold 6.
Solid.
Gonna have a really good idea as soon as we stop.
Yep, that's always the way it goes. Yeah, I'm pretty much out of ideas other than, like we said, optics are kind of a bit of a personal choice. I mean, it's a reasonably safe bet.
Yep.
If you crack the safe and you're like, oh, they have a Strike Eagle or a PST, you can just like go up a notch in quality in the same line. But sometimes people, are like, I'm going to shoot it. I'm not going to crap on anybody else's brand, but I have a such and such, like, don't buy the nicer version of that other thing. But I think like red dots are always an easy one. Like you kind of can never have too many red dots. It's always handy to have some spare around.
Lens pens. So it's a pen-shaped device. It has a soft brush on one side for big dust particles, and then it's got kind of almost like a flat Q-tip on the other end to clean optics. Belt keepers. You'll find those at like police supply stores.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of like a safety against your 2-piece belt coming apart. So belt keepers, pretty cheap, really good idea. entry to a match if you're like if you
want to be balling.
If you want to be balling.
Yeah. Yep, for
which
sure.
is getting harder to do because it looks like some of the match prices are going up for next year.
Yeah, some of the prices are going up and some of the matches are selling out fast. The first 2 matches I signed up for 2026, I got waitlisted on both of them out the gate. I'm like, man, this is getting hard these days.
Or some of the like endurance athlete nutrition type stuff.
Oh yeah,
like hydration powders or energy powders or things like the drink mix stuff. Or the chews and things like that. Those are good. They're good to have around because you both need to be consuming a lot of fluids, and then anything that you can get energy and nutrients into that you don't have to touch with your fingers because again lead.
Because lead.
So those are a really good idea.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I don't know. I think I'm through all the things that I can think of that you could just like throw at any of us or any of your friends and be like, nailed it. I think I'm kind of getting into things where it's like you kind of need to know what that person needs.
Yeah, and they're kind of sports specific and things like that. But
yeah. Well,
if you're thinking you got that person, some pretty safe ideas for you. Stocking stuffers maybe, or a little bit larger.
Or you know what? I mean, you could always give them an overlay so they can keep it handy. Because this is On the Perf. And we'll see you guys next time.